Philip, the philosophy of idealism, where everything is consciousness, is a close cousin, would be my term, of panpsychism, which you espouse. You criticize idealism, not for its anti-materialism, you're all for that, but for its conclusion that everything is, at the fundamental level, is all consciousness and that's it. So what's your critique of idealism when you're so strongly supporting panpsychism, which to some uninitiated sounds awfully similar?
Yeah, no, I certainly agree. They are very closely related views. Maybe it's often, I find actually, I have bigger arguments with people I'm politically close to about
right,
politics
of course.
than people who are very...
It's always the case.
It's always that, it's like that, what's the Monty Python?
Thailand and Peru never had a problem together. It's only when you're close together that you have problems.
And there's also an issue about how we define these terms. I think if by idealism you just mean the view that at the fundamental level reality is purely mental, then I think many forms of panpsychism are forms of idealism. Maybe it's more of a Venn diagram structure, because you can have some panpsychists who think particles have consciousness and some other property at the base. So not all panpsychist views are idealist, not all idealist views are panpsychism, but there is definitely a significant overlap. So I've got no objection to idealism if it's simply the view that at the fundamental level reality is purely conscious. I find many contemporary idealists might also tend to question the reality of the physical world, maybe think the physical world is an illusion or slightly less real than we ordinarily think, and we'd need to spell that out. I guess I don't see the motivation for that. I think panpsychists are very much, similar to physicalists in fact, resolutely realist about the physical world. The physical world is out there, physics gets its causal structure spot on. It's just that it has some conscious nature that fills out the mathematical structures of physics. And that's actually what I like about panpsychism, is that it's maybe a little bit closer to physicalism. It's the best of both worlds.
It treats the physical world as absolutely real. I would say there's division among idealists as well. Some of them would believe that the physical world is an illusion. That goes back to maybe schools of Vedanta, Advaita Vedanta is characteristic of that. Non-dualism is that world where the physical world is an illusion. Others would have the physical world as real, but consciousness being the underlying reality.
Yeah.
And so you're critical of only the school of idealism that's outside the Venn diagram that overlaps with panpsychism.
Absolutely, yeah. And I think sometimes, not always, I'm not going to mention any names, but sometimes it seems to rely on a naive view of perception. Like the only way we could perceive physical reality is if it were direct, unmediated. Like I'm looking at the chair and my conscious experience is directly connected to the chair. But of course, many realists about the physical world think perception is indirect. Our perception of physical reality is filtered, is mediated, is imperfect, and alters physical reality from how it really is out there. I think all of that is consistent with full-blown realism about the physical world, whereas I sometimes think idealists don't appreciate that you can be a realist about the physical world and not have that very simple view of perception.